All right, it is a monumental day here at Hunt the Front. If you've been watching the channel more than a few months, you know that we brought y'all over here, said we were moving into a new race shop, and then it's been a while and we hadn't said anything else about it. Well, we are finally moving in to the new shop. We came back from our big trip up to Eldora, Fairbury, Magnolia. We had 3 cars, 2 in there, 1 in there, loaded, and we're like, you know what, it's time. We're not exactly ready, but it's time to move in to the new place. Speaking of not exactly ready, I'm not exactly sure what's going on here.
Good. 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 Let's pull it out of that way.
So what are we doing?
We're about to try to roll this in the shop. In the new shop.
In the new shop.
About to see how these all-terrain tires do.
So we brought our dolly. We have been in the process of washing a race car, moving stuff as well from my shop, my house, over to the new shop here. And now that we got the dollies here, we need to see if they're going to be able to roll from outdoors to indoor.
Not a problem.
Here y'all were worried it wouldn't work. We were worried about the transition there. Kind of rough. Easy, easy.
Let's get the front in there.
Woo!
We got some work to do right there.
Yeah, we obviously going to touch this up. Somebody going to have to wipe this new floor.
We got a race car in the new shop, though.
Jesse won the race.
Whoa.
Oh,
Let's visualize.
You can fit 3 of them right there, easy.
Oh, yeah.
You could.
You really could.
Put one against one wall, one against the other, work on the one in the middle. And have all this room to play cornhole and
Crazy carts.
crazy car.
I don't know.
Work on stuff.
To work on an actual race car.
Oh.
Well, I guess we are officially moved in now. Can we call it official?
That's where we'll be.
We're here. So the floor in there is one of the things I'm most proud of that we've done here to clean up. We've done a lot cleaning up the yard and the shop, getting ready to move in. But the floor, if y'all saw in the video a few months back when we first got started trying to get this ready to move in, it was a mess. We spent days trying to clean it. And then we had Taylor from Next Level Epoxy reach out wanting to come help us get some epoxy on the floor. So check out this video real quick when he first got done with it, before we started getting ready to move in and all and making a mess of everything. Check this out when he just got done with the floor and how clean and nice it looked. Can I take my shoes off?
Can if you want, it don't matter.
Wow, that is nice. So this is Taylor and Braden from Next Level Epoxy.
Yep.
Come over and took care of us on our floor. Can you mind sharing some of the details on it, or is that like top secret stuff?
No,
or?
man, I like trade secrets to stay secrets for the most part, but I mean, heck, you guys did most of the work out here, y'all.
We spent a couple, 2 or 3 days in here grinding.
You guys literally did like a professional prep on the whole floor. I saw y'all wet sanded it, ground it, used the right tooling and everything, so our prep was very minor. We hit a bunch of the edges. A lot of the walls were kind of just old and rotten just from water and bugs and debris, so we hit all those, cleaned a couple things up, and man, we crack filled for a couple hours. This floor was in rough shape. It was a machine shop, right?
It was all kinds of things.
All kinds
It
of
was a
things.
mess, put it that way.
I mean, there was like pits in the floor, big slab cracks, stuff like that, things we had to fill, and then we just did a 2-part epoxy system across the top of it. Doubled up on everything, doubled up on your clear coat, so you guys have nice durability for a really, really long time, and it'll hold this sheen forever, and it's, you know, virtually maintenance free.
And our race car shouldn't hurt it rolling around on here?
Not at all.
Wrenches hitting the floor?
Yep, they're on.
What about oil and
Oil's fine. Brake
okay.
fluid, race gas, it doesn't matter. Everything's chemical resistant, UV stable.
Nice. That's
the
what
good stuff.
That's what we like to hear. You can find Taylor on Facebook and Instagram.
Yep, Facebook,
Next Level
Instagram.
Epoxy.
Yep, Next Level, and it's NXT.
There you go.
LVL Epoxy. If you do Next Level, you probably won't find us. There's a couple.
We'll put a link in the comments and the description where y'all can find Taylor. But man, we appreciate you coming over and getting us straightened out. Looking forward to getting in here and getting to work and trying this thing out, making sure it holds up.
It's gonna hold
I don't
up.
doubt you though,
It's gonna be
but we're gonna put it through heck. I know that. Appreciate it, man.
Anytime.
So like I said, we've been making a mess going in and out today, washing the race car, but I'm telling you that right there, I can't say enough good things about the way that turned out. The link is in the description where y'all can find Taylor and Next Level Epoxy. We got to get race cars unloaded from our big trip. I don't think you're gonna make it, kid. You got left. Oh wait, we're coming back down to get you. That's a whole nother building, about the same size as that. That's a whole nother building over there. We are going to put our merchandise, hopefully in the next couple weeks we'll be moving all of our apparel and hats, t-shirts, all that good stuff over there. A couple office areas and a little bit of warehouse space here in the back.
Deer
tracks.
See the deer tracks?
Yeah, Flip said he killed a couple deer.
Right there. See the deer tracks? Hold them
I
right
don't
there.
see them.
That deer.
Jordan Addis. There's deer tracks all over the place. You don't see them?
Oh.
Anyway, all of the stuff you see on the ground, that is a like a washout concrete gravel dirt mix. Eventually it's going to turn blue when it gets rained on, kind of like right there by the edge of the concrete. But I can't tell you how many loads of that stuff Dirt Daddy brought in here for us and got spread out where we can have plenty of room to park the truck and not get stuck or bogged down or anything. We also took out an oak tree that was right here that was really big and in the way of getting in and out, and we put the gate in right there that you see there as well. I know it doesn't look like much, but we've put a lot of work into this place, and money and time, over the last few months. If you didn't see that video when we first showed this place off to y'all, go check it out. It's come a long way. Speaking of a long way, we went on a long trip. We're finally back. Bristol, Eldora, Fairbury, and Magnolia. We have been an 18-day road trip.
Whew, and we didn't even think it was going to be like that.
No, we didn't plan on going for that long, but we sure stayed going that long. Quick turnaround too. We're be leaving here in just a couple days. It's, what day is it? Tuesday. It's Tuesday, and we gotta leave Thursday for the next road trip. We are going to, it's not really a road trip, it's just a 2-night trip. We're going to Boyd Speedway this weekend to race with the World Outlaws up in North Georgia, right there on the Tennessee border. So we gotta get the new car in here, cleaned up, going over and ready to go again. Betty's gonna stay up in the front of the trailer for now and go with us up there as a backup.
Yeah.
Here we go. Good to me.
Oh yeah.
Look at all that room to work around that thing. Shoo!
Dang. You got room for both the other two right over there too. And then still all these rooms over here. One's still in the trailer and one's still at my house. So if you wanted to, you could put 2 more right there. But there ain't gonna be a whole lot of room. Or you could have 2 over here and 2 over here.
Yeah.
I don't know, we'll figure it out. Make 4 cars work though.
You can still work on 2.
Have 2 here and have 2 out
That
there.
one that way, this one that way, and one right here.
If you want to look at this.
Okay.
Slide this over.
Yeah.
Have another one out here.
Yeah, exactly. All these rooms. Well, this is the break area. This is the cornhole area we were talking about.
Oh yeah. Need a measure? Let's see how.
I don't think you gotta worry about hitting the ceiling. So there's a lot of work left to do. We gotta get our checks on the wall, our trophies, our banners. We do got a nice tire rack though. That turned out nice. Although I don't know if it's gonna be big enough. I think we're gonna put a big old 55-inch television right here somewhere. Got a little bit of work to do out here to get our water where it flows. That's kind of,
Downhill.
yeah. Yeah, somebody didn't pour this. Whoever poured this didn't know that.
The water flows, it just goes the wrong way.
All right, it's our first full day. Second day, but first full day in the shop. And we are working on stuff Joseph tore up.
Yeah, you know,
Dang,
that
you
infield
tires.
tractor tire,
They'll get you, won't
they
they?
will get you.
So this is damage from Magnolia the final night. He waited till the last night to really hit a tire good and hard, but he got it during the main event. Finished 7th on the finale there, 9th the second night, 4th the first night. So 3 top 10s at Magnolia with the super late model. Not bad, we'll take it. What?
I hit the tire too.
Well, at least you just nudged it, right?
No, the big bar got bent.
Oh, okay, so you bent yours too. So Jesse also nudged the Ute tire. He finished 12th in the crate late models. They had just a 2-night, 1 main event show, which wasn't bad. 30, almost 40 cars there.
Yeah.
Finished 12th. We'll take it. We weren't great, but we learned some things and we'll be better next time.
That's right.
Right now, Bradford has we started out, that was before Magnolia, our engine, our lap count. Where are we now?
Yes.
I'm a little
What do you
worried.
think it is?
This is 818 and then add Magnolia.
Well, let me think on this.
We're gonna
What do you
be
guys think?
962.
That's, I'm a 940.
992.
Oh my God.
992. Okay, that's getting up there. So we got 1,200 laps we can put on our engine before it needs to go back to Jay Dickens and be freshened up. The good news is we've already talked to Jay. If y'all saw, he was there at Magnolia. He went over our valves for us. We got a plan. We got to get through a couple more weeks of racing, and then we're gonna take it back to Jay. Then we'll get it back to finish up the season and not put too many laps on it before next year. Are we going to fix this? We're gonna pull it up, bend it, put it back down,
And we'll take this whole
half
half
off,
off.
straighten out the metal.
Yeah, and then get it all lined back up. I think my favorite part about our new shop
Oh,
is this nice floor.
yeah. As long as it stays nice.
Yeah.
He says it's gonna hold up. It does show dirt. That's one thing about a nice floor.
When you drop something,
You can find
it will
it.
stand out.
Yeah,
I
you
thought
don't
that
lose
earlier,
a nut or a pop rivet or bolt or whatever just because it hit the floor. It ain't gone forever.
too. Yes.
I think my favorite part of the new shop, Jesse, is y'all aren't in my backyard. It was
Yeah.
nice yesterday evening. Not have a clutter of
you go
race
sit
car
under your
tires.
awning?
Well, yes, I did. And I didn't have all these race car tires and four-wheeler and lift and everything else. It's still a mess. We're not done moving out, but it looks a lot better. Well, I could get used to having my shop back. You gotta yank it. There you go. All right, so we gotta straighten this here out and then put it back together. That'll do her.
How bad did I bend it?
You bent it.
You bent it pretty good there, buddy.
Barely nicked it.
You want? Hey, Jesse don't need no help, boys. Oh yeah. All right, nose is back together. That passed inspection. Meanwhile, Jordan has commenced work on her spoiler. What'd you bend that on?
Anything in my way.
Yeah, the wall.
Probably the pace car.
Good as new.
Hold on. All right, go ahead. Yeah, it's on there. Yeah. Hey, our shop's so big, you're over here doing tire work and I didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I think we decided we're gonna continue our tire rack on to over here somewhere. It's just not quite big enough. I will say though, Hoosier and the sanctioning bodies have come out with a new tire rule for next year. I heard us complain about them needing to have the same tire all across the country. Well, they're doing that. So maybe next year we won't need such a huge inventory of tires. Got tire work done, body work. We tried out. Turns out you can play cornhole in here. Now, last thing before we go, we want to hear what a race car sounds like in here. That or we just need to crank this thing.
Let me know when it moves.
As soon as it hits. There it is. I heard it. Well, they know we're here now.
Can't even see through this smoke.
Yeah, turns out we're gonna have to work on the ventilation a little bit, I think.
It don't help that all of our fans are blowing in.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. We're gonna have to mount some fans up there or something. That's gonna do it for the first day of work in the new shop. We'll be going to Boyd Speedway with this car Friday, Saturday night, World Outlaws. Y'all come check us out if you're in the area. Y'all let us know what you think of the new shop. Obviously, we got a lot of work left to do. Got to get all of our checks and trophies and banners on the wall. Hopefully get some AC in here. And a lot of other just little things we'll be working at as we go, as we get in here and get it situated. But all in all, I think we're in good shape. Y'all like it?
It's nice.
It's nice.
It's like our first, operating day in here.
Yep.
It's pretty good.
We did good for our first day.
I like it.
What y'all think about this joint? Did it turn out all right?
Y'all let us
did
know
it
how y'all
turn
like
out?
our new digs.
I'm sure everybody kind of had their doubts from the get-go when they first seen it.
I sure did.
Yeah, I sure did. So I know everybody else had to.
Yeah.
But I mean, it'll work, right?
It's gonna have to.
Yeah.
We're here now.
Hey, there's more room here than there was.
Yeah, and I get my shop bag at home.
There you go.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many people come up and like, is that other shop even bigger than where y'all were at?
A little bit.
It is.
A little bit.
It is.
All right, thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. We will see y'all later.